A Michigan judge sentencing Larry Nassar, a former elite sports doctor, to up to 175 years in prison. Nassar, that's this man. His crime, sexually assaulting young female athletes. And the prosecutor in the case hauntingly describing the abuse as practiced and perfected. More than 150 women and girls, including Olympic medalists, speaking out during a week of powerful victim testimony leading to Nassar's sentencing.
I am currently 7, almost 8 months pregnant with my first child, a little girl. I am paralyzed by the fear that I could place my daughter in the hands of someone who could repeatedly molest her under the guise of legitimacy. With my mother in the room, he managed to slip his cold bare hands up my shorts and slide his fingers into the most personal area of my body. When it was over, my 11-year-old innocent mind was oblivious to what had just happened. I knew it hurt, but he was the Olympic doctor, so I thought it must have helped.
Some saying they told their parents and leaders in the gymnastics community about the abuse, but they weren't believed.
Initially, I wasn't going to come here and say anything to you, not because I didn't have anything to say, but because I didn't want this child I'm carrying to be in the same room as a child molester.
Accusers say they were penetrated by Nassar with his ungloved hands without explanation. The final victim statement coming from one of the first athletes to publicly accuse Nassar of sexual assault.
At age 15, when I suffered from chronic back pain, Larry sexually assaulted me repeatedly under the guise of medical treatment for nearly a year. He did this with my own mother in the room, carefully and perfectly obstructing her view so that she would not know what he was doing.
2 years ago, Rachel Denhollander revealed she was assaulted by Nassar after the sport's governing body was accused of mishandling sexual misconduct complaints.
Your sister's survivors, and I thank you. You are the bravest person I have ever had in my courtroom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all for the record.
All right. Earlier this week, 3 USA Gymnastics board members resigned in the wake of Nassar, their former team physician, pleading guilty to sexually assaulting athletes.
Attention and financial.
After Judge Rosemarie Aquilina's sentencing today, some survivors were seen crying and hugging.
175 years, the right sentence?
Absolutely. I am very grateful for Judge Aquilina and the leadership she's shown for all of us.
This is the second long-term prison sentence for Nassar. He's already been sentenced to 60 years behind bars for child pornography charges. And next week, he's scheduled to be convicted on more assault charges in Eaton County, Michigan.